Hey guys, ArkhIce here, and today we're going to talk about one specific thing that Grand Cross needs to update, change, do something to them, right? And need to do something because there's a big issue that's very apparent with the new character they released, right? And this is a big issue because of the way the Grand Cross handles characters, right? But before we hop into this, if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload. Now, the new character Roxy released, right? She's a blue unit, and because she is the same character as the green Roxy here and the red Roxy back here, she has the same exact substats. If we go down and look at Roxy's substats, her substats are garbage. 77 Pierce is alright, but 35% resistance, 21% crit chance, 135% crit damage, 63% crit resistance, 19% crit defense, 5% lifesteal. Like, her substats are absolutely garbage, and it makes the new Roxy criminally bad because she doesn't have a passive that backs up her stats. Like, for instance, if you go up here to the green Roxy, right? The green Roxy is half decent, right? Even though her substats are still down there really bad with the other Roxys, she has a passive that boosts up her stats to the point where she can be an actual decent DPS unit. She can hit pretty hard. She just can't tank, right? She cannot take a hit from anyone in the meta. That's just because she has horrible substats. But when it comes to her DPS, her passive boosts up her DPS stats to make it where she can actually be DPS viable to be used in PvP and PvE, right? So you can see the apparent issue here. If the new unit is based off, if it's just like an old character unit, right? You can see the big issue of them having the old character substats with them being a new character. If they do not have the passive to back them up, they're just going to be a really bad unit that can't pick themselves up. Because the thing about it is that substats are really big in this game. Because substats determine how legitimately good you are. You can have insane cards, right? Like, you could legit have this Roxy's cards here. Like, this is an insane card. It does a lot of damage. I did not mean to click on that. And you could have her ultimate, which is insane, right? It's a really hard-hitting ultimate. She has honestly a pretty good AoE card. But you could have these like really good cards, but then you have these really bad substats, right? And those bad substats make it to where it doesn't matter if you have honestly a good AoE, a good single target, or a good ultimate, right? It doesn't matter. Because you can't back yourself up. You can't pick yourself up as a unit and back yourself up onto the stage to actually do something. So yeah, that's the big issue, is the substats. So for instance, if we get a new counter melee, right? Let's go down to one of my counter melees. Come on, where's counter melee? There he is. I don't have counter melee leveled up. If we get into a counter melee and he doesn't have a passive to back them up, he's going to have 13% pierce, 16% resistance, 24% crit chance, 11% crit resistance, 28% crit defense, and 3% lifesteal. These are horrid, and I mean horrid for substats, right? And like Super Awakening will change them and increase some stats, right? Like if we go to, I can't see Super Awakening stats, can I, without fully awakening him? Well, okay. His SA will actually increase some of his substats. Also, I don't have all of his costumes. Oh, I do. Never mind. I have a lot of his costumes. Never mind. That makes us even worse of a substats, right? Because I have the costumes to back him up. We're going to get a brand new Meliodas. It's a counter Meliodas, right? Let's just say we do. He's not going to be a good unit. He's not going to be meta viable for PvP at all because his substats are absolutely garbage. This is a problem within Grand Cross in the character system of, if it's the same character and it's not like a new version like Lost Fame versus Counter Meliodas, it's going to be a big issue because you're going to get the same substats as the old unit. They're also going to get the same ultimate. So I propose a type of fix, right? They could do something to where these old units get boosted. I think it would be a good idea if Grand Cross adopted the idea of, let's say, Dokkan. Dokkan, when it comes to old units, does something to boost them up. Every now and then they release this thing called an EZA. What an EZA does is that it gives you the materials to awaken the character further into a state to where their their stats get boosted, their passive gets boosted, and their leader skill gets boosted, right? Because in Dokkan, there's leader skills to lead the teams and everything to boost them up. So they have it where all their kit gets boosted, right? I think it would be a decent idea if Grand Cross released an event that's like in the form of Tower, where you go a certain amount of stages up, like 30 stages, and then you get, you know, every 5 stages you get the materials to awaken the unit into a boosted state, and make it to where the special effect basically, because like each tower, there's like, for instance, in latest Tower in Global, if you have all the same race, you get boosted stats. They could do it based off what happens during that Meliodas' time. Like, for instance, counter Meliodas, right? They can make it to where the type of unit that's good against counter Meliodas, the one that gets like boosted, is, for instance, demons / humans, depending which way they want to go, because the big enemy, the big villain of that fight, is Hendrickson. So they can make it to where either humans or demons get a boosted stats fighting that. And you don't have to make it insanely hard. You could make it like the OC tower. Make it the difficulty of the OC tower so that everyone has a good chance, or has basically a guaranteed chance to actually complete it. Give some rewards, give like one multi in it, and then give like other various rewards they could do with the OC tower and everything, right? That is something that's a really good idea, and I think if Grand Cross implemented that for various old units, I think everyone would be really, really happy. Because not only does the old unit get boosted, or type of unit basically, right? Not just like that, so like all like the future counter Meliodas is also boosted, right? You also then not only they get boosted so they can actually be viable, they also we also get a bunch of awakening materials and much other materials, and we get a free multi. That honestly be a really good idea for Grand Cross to implement to actually boost his units, or just, I don't know, flat out in an update their kit and make them better. Because like honestly, because like if they did it like the easy way, they could update like his passive and everything and make it stronger. They could I don't know, slightly increase his cards, specifically him, slightly increase his counter, maybe slightly increase the ultimate so it's stronger. There's various things they could do with this idea of putting in an event that lets you be able to fully awaken or further awaken your character so they actually get a boost and everything so they can be actually usable. I hope Grand Cross does something like in the future. I doubt it, but it is a big issue because the new Roxy is basically unusable because her substats are absolute garbage and she can't really be used. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next video. Bye bye.